Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Super Anime Bros podcast. As always, I'm your host, Rosario, joined by my brother, Angelo. And today we're going to talk about something we love.
What's going on, guys? So for this next episode of the podcast, we're doing our next set of deep dives, which is Rent-A-Girlfriend for you and Dragon Ball Super for me.
Yes, sir.
Now, I do believe that I went first last time, so I think it's your turn to go first here.
I would have to agree. I'm talking about Rent-A-Girlfriend, which is ranked number 161 in popularity on my anime list. Pretty exciting stuff. You see?
161.
Wow, pretty popular, if I do say so myself. Now, I mean, this is certainly a story that gets a lot of hate. But I mean, it also has its fans as well. I'm not going to pretend that it's all bad. Obviously, 161 popularity, crazy. But I just kind of want to talk about some of the things that I like about it, and obviously have you interject with some things that you do as well.
Yeah, of course.
I last week said that this was going to be in defense of Rent-A-Girlfriend. That does not mean it'll be in defense of Kazuya, the main character. I feel like that's where a lot of the hate's drawn. It'll just be in defense of the show as a whole, and kind of talking about what I like about it. I'll read a little synopsis, and then we can kind of get right into it, talk about some of the characters, some plot points, and go from there. So here's our synopsis. Kazuya Kinoshita is a 20-year-old college student who has a wonderful girlfriend, the bright and sunny Mami Nanami. But suddenly, he doesn't. Without warning, Mami breaks up with him, leaving him utterly heartbroken and lonely. Seeking to soothe the pain, he hires a rental girlfriend through an online app. His partner is Chizuru Mizuhara, who, through her unparalleled beauty and cute demeanor, manages to gain Kazuya's affection. But after reading similar experiences other customers had with Chizuru, Kazuya believes her warm smile and caring personality were all just an act to toy with his heart, and he rates her poorly. Aggravated, Chizuru labasts him for his shameless hypocrisy, revealing her true pert and hot-tempered self. This one-sided exchange is cut short, however, when Kazuya finds out that his grandmother has collapsed. They dash toward the hospital and find Kazuya's grandmother already in good condition. Baffled by Chizuru's presence, she asks who this girl might be. On impulse, Kazuya promptly declares that they are lovers, forcing Chizuru to play the part. But with Kazuya still hung up on his previous relationship with Mami, how long can this difficult client and reluctant rental girlfriend keep up their act? So there you have it. Pretty wild stuff.
Yeah, it's a crazy show.
For starters, I'll say that the whole rental girlfriend thing is, I guess, something, I don't know if it's exclusive to Japan, probably not. But it is something that's in Japan, I think, more prevalent than here. Certainly.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing here.
We actually watched a YouTube video of somebody hiring a rental girlfriend to see what it was actually like. It was very funny. But it seems like a pretty harmless thing, just companionship. I think a lot of people are seeking, and that certainly was the case here with Kazuya. Heartbroken after his first real girlfriend breaks his heart. You search for somebody else to be with, and I think that can be relatable. It's a very interesting setup. Obviously, the grandmother goes to the hospital, and they both go to check on her. Why they both go, I don't know. The show could have ended right there.
I don't remember why I think she's chasing him.
I don't know.
To finish yelling at him or something.
Maybe, but I feel I don't know. Does he
or
not say?
No, I think the date wasn't over yet.
Yeah, but
I think he was still paying to rent her out.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's how she rolls. She is an honest,
that's fair.
Honest lady.
Yeah. The show could have ended there, but it does not. And largely, a lot of the plot revolves around them trying to keep up this fake act for his family and eventually for her family. Which leads to some hijinks for sure.
Oh yeah.
But as time goes on, Kazuya has this ex-girlfriend that he still likes. That starts to fade away as he falls for his rental girlfriend, which, as you can imagine, could be quite problematic. Kazuya as a whole, he's pretty pathetic, I guess. That's definitely some of the sentiment waged toward him.
He's just a guy.
Yeah. I mean, he is just a guy. And yes, after going through some stuff, naturally he's going to feel a certain type of way and want to, quell his heartbreak. But I don't know. I mean, he definitely comes a long way. he might like regress after some of his coming a long way sometimes, which keeps the show
every
going
once in a while he'll do something that's just stupid as hell, and you're like, what is he thinking?
Yeah.
Well, he's not. That's the problem.
That is the problem.
But for as many of those moments, there's so many that like, wow, he's like doing something good, or this is something like really nice to do.
Yeah, for sure, which I think redeems him in a lot of ways. Definitely a huge overthinker, which I think I can relate to, and maybe you can too. Even like reading the manga is funny because you'll have like his thoughts, and you'll just have like more thoughts all plastered around. There's always so much going on. And I think that largely when it comes to Chizuru, he wants everything to be perfect, so that leads to the overthinking. There certainly are more characters than our main two. However, there's also Ruka, another rental girlfriend, whom you might have a certain affinity toward. Originally was getting rented out by one of his friends who was trying to keep up with Kazuya after he thinks he has a girlfriend, even though it's a fake girlfriend, whole thing. But Ruka then falls in love with Kazuya.
Yes.
Pretty wildly. This backstory behind her is she's got like a heart condition, and her heart like doesn't like get very excited.
Yeah, she has like an abnormally low heartbeat.
Yeah, but not when she's around Kazuya. That really gets her going.
She wants to just chase that feeling, I guess.
Yeah, just like a natural affection. She's a pretty cool character. Really, really sweet girl.
Most of the time.
A lot of the time. I mean, she gets dunked on pretty hard all the time. Like,
yeah, I can see why. Like when she's like, even if she's trial dating Kazuya, when he's like doing all these things like to try to impress Chizuru and very clearly is in love with her. Like, I definitely feel for Ruka, so I can understand why she'll do things that are kind of like crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy people. I don't know what to tell you.
It's not, that she's a crazy person. It's just, she gets led to do some different things.
Yeah.
And that's because of our boy Kazuya.
Yeah. There's also his ex-girlfriend, Mommy.
She's the worst.
Yeah, she's pretty rough.
I thought she got better, and then you just told me the other day.
I mean, you'll have to continue.
What I'm going to read in the manga. You're like, yeah, she gets worse. I'm like, I thought you said she got better.
No, I mean, better in the sense that she's around less as it goes along,
Yeah, that is better.
Yeah, she's really, really rough. Very manipulative. Very much so does not understand how Kazuya has this girlfriend who is his fake girlfriend.
Yeah, she does find that out.
Okay, I it's hard for me to remember where you are versus.
She finds out. Mommy finds out that Chizuru's a rental girlfriend, like in like the first half of the first season, or maybe the second half. She finds out in the first season, because at the end of the last episodes of the first season, she confronts Chizuru about it.
Interesting.
So she finds out super early.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand is why it affects her. She broke up with the guy.
Obviously,
she can't let him do what he needs to do to try to be happy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I get it. She's aggravated by it, but it's none of her gosh darn business anymore.
Maybe there's something still there. I'm not really sure. It's really odd. And then the final.
Sucks.
Yeah. I mean, she's not great. She's very manipulative, which I think is generally a negative personality trait. And then the final girl is Sumi. Do you want me to let you talk about Sumi? I think you're a big fan.
Yeah, Sumi's great. So she's a friend of Chizuru's, who's also a rental girlfriend.
Yeah.
Does she do it just to not be shy? I think.
Yeah, maybe she's trying to grow.
She's crazy shy. She can't really talk.
Yeah.
And I've seen girls like that in other anime. A lot of times when she'll talk, she'll text something out through her phone. She's really cute though. She's awesome, and she's sweet. She's definitely the nicest, pure-hearted one of this whole group.
Really thoughtful.
But yeah, she's a friend of Chizuru's, and Chizuru agrees to let her go out on a practice date with Kazuya, so she can learn how to be a good rental girlfriend. And then I guess she catches feelings for
sure.
him.
Kazuya's really sweet in his time with her.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he's nice. He doesn't do anything stupid.
No, nothing horny.
Because she's kind. He just reciprocates that back to her.
Yeah.
And there's a couple times later in the show where he'll the one where she takes him out on a full day date. And then whenever she wants to go out with him, she'll just be like, "Hey, I want a practice date."
Yeah.
So it's easy for her, but she'll just take him out and try to do anything to cheer him up. So She's my favorite.
Yeah.
But you said she was the last girl. She's not the last girl.
So true. I forgot about the best girl. Wow, that's crazy. Well, I think in terms of like
possible love interest.
What his harem might be.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, okay. So to be honest, Mini Nemori introduced at the end of the second season into the third season.
I don't really even think you see her. I think... Sorry, there was a card.
That was a very
loud. Yeah. I think you don't really meet
it's
her
like very much so
season.
teased at the end of season 2 that they're getting
maybe.
a new neighbor.
She lives
I guess
right...
I didn't even mention that they're neighbors.
Yeah, Chizuru and Kazuya are
live next
neighbors.
to each other.
That's another reason why they just can't get away from each other.
Yeah, that was a pretty mind-blowing
But their other
revelation.
neighbor is Mini, and she is complaining because they're being loud, and that's how you meet her for the first time.
Yeah, she's awesome. Does not have any affection toward Kazuya except for as a friend, so that separates her from the other girls.
As her master.
Well, go ahead.
Kazuya tells her like the whole story
Yeah.
and all the complication, and she will do anything to try to help
him,
Kazuya get with Chizuru. She's
Yes.
like the best wing woman ever.
Yeah, super supportive.
She's like as big of a fan as them as we are.
Yeah, probably more so, to be honest.
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah, just super supportive, super funny.
Like she will do anything.
Like very, very funny character. Just wild, off the wall. Yeah, she was a really great addition later, and well, not later.
Yeah, it's
relatively.
like, she's like
there's
the
so much of a
wild card.
story.
You need a wild card.
Yeah, it's fun to have a wild card, and she's really cute, so that helps. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I did even mention they live next to each other. That's so funny. So yeah, they live next to each other. Kazuya is like pretend dating Ruka because she like will not just let go of him.
Trial dating.
Trial dating, yeah. On a trial basis, even though he, has no intention of ever doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, he knows how he feels. Ruka probably knows how he feels.
I would think. I mean,
she's not that stupid.
I hope not.
So I don't know.
Yeah, but I think, like I said, it can be seen as pathetic, Kazuya, but I like to see the growth. I mean, I think that's true in any character. And as much as it's because he likes her and wants to be with her, he's just always there for Chizuru, no matter what's going on, and like ends up being there for some pretty like monumental things in her life that will greatly affect her. And he's there to support her through those things. So I think that's really, really cool. It's shown that she doesn't really have like a lot of family. Where we're at now, she's no family left. Doesn't seem to like have a ton of friends that she hangs out with. Like,
yeah, it's like
very busy with
some at college.
Yeah, for sure. But very busy, like trying to juggle school and her work as a rental girlfriend, and then also she's trying to become an actress and she's acting in movies, plays, stuff like that.
That's I think why she. That's why she.
Yes, to
get some
to
experience
practice, yes.
and get some money.
Yeah, I recall actually.
So
that's
she can take
beginning.
more classes and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So she's super driven. The idea to be an actress is something that was from her childhood and living with her grandparents, and her grandmother was an actress. So she's unbelievably driven to reach that goal. So yeah, I really like her as a character. She's probably my favorite, to be honest.
I mean, she's the main girl, so it makes sense.
That's natural, I guess, huh?
Well, I feel like when there's somebody who's very clearly the main character, they would make them the best.
Yeah.
I mean, she's the best character. Yeah. I like Sumi the best, but that's just because she's just nice.
Yeah, that's fair. But I particularly of the show, like I really, really enjoyed this last season that we just had, the third season.
Was that the one with the movie?
Yes, I mean that focused largely about
was really good.
So Chizuru's grandmother is very sick and looks like she's not going to make it too much longer, and she wants to have her grandmother see her in a movie before she died. I mean, that was always a goal of hers, but she's just not there yet. She's acting in a lot of plays and things, but she's not a movie level actress quite yet. So Kazuya comes up with the idea that they're gonna make a movie. That's a pretty crazy thing to do. But he promises that he'll help her do this, and then that's the end of the second season. And then the third season is like making a whole movie from nothing. And Kazuya is so driven to get it done, works so hard to make it happen. like builds all these connections with different people.
Yeah, he has to get the whole thing like crowdfunded too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
With the help of Mimi, but
for sure. Like it really is. It's incredible stuff. Like I think that a lot of criticism for Kazuya is that he's shallow and just wants to like get in Chizuru's pants. I read that online. But I don't think you go to the levels that he does if it's not like a genuine affection.
I don't know. I feel like even like the first season, you could see that it's genuine feelings. Like
for sure,
the part on the that was like the 5th episode when he jumps off the ferry.
Is that early? Yeah.
Yeah, it's super early in the first season. That's the first time I ever see like her kind of get flustered around him.
Yeah.
So that's when like you really see to start they're like planting the seeds.
That's true. I mean,
that maybe someday they'll both like each other.
I don't know, dude. We're at like
but
340
I don't know.
chapters.
At that point in the show, like, and that's like episode like 5 or 6. That's when I thought Kazi was fine.
Mm-hmm.
No longer did I think he was.
Yeah.
Like a loser. Well, he still is.
He is a loser, but who's not? You know.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean bad things necessarily.
If you're a good person when it counts, then that's enough to get me to like you as a character in my book. Yeah.
And I mean, one of my favorite Kazuya moments is it's toward the end of the whole movie arc. Chizuru's grandmother's looking like she's gonna pass away very soon. Not gonna make it much longer at all. They end up at like the hospital, and the movie's not quite finished. They have like a whole plan to see it at the movie theater in like a day or two, like very soon after.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it looks like she's not going to make it. And Kazuya like pulls a bunch of strings to get the movie and a projector into the hospital room where her grandmother is, so that she can watch her in the film right before she is no longer with us, I'll say. But it's just really, really a special moment, I think. That one was one of my favorites. Yeah, that's good stuff. And as far as like their romance goes, maybe it will happen someday. Who's to say? This the story. It's like 340 chapters we're at right now.
I don't know what this weed nonsense is.
We're as a community.
I'm not there. I don't know. Maybe like another season away, like a whole animated season
you're
ahead.
pretty far.
I have there's a big arc where I'm at. They're going like on a trip.
Yeah, it's gonna be a huge arc
with like I think all the girls minus like
arc.
I guess Sumi and Mini aren't gonna be there.
Not there. Yeah, Sumi and Mini are not there.
But like Chizuru's gonna be there, Luca, and of course Mommy's gonna be there.
Unfortunately,
Mommy got in tight with Kazuya's grandma.
Yeah, that's messed up. Dude.
Yeah, she's the worst.
She's just
she really is the worst.
Yeah, she's not a good character. Yeah. So I mean, it keeps going and going and going, and that's another problem that people have with the story.
That's understandable.
Which I guess I can get for sure. But I think I said it last week, in that like so many of the shows, romance particularly that we watch, it's 12 episodes, it's 24 episodes, ties it up in a nice bow. Great. It was awesome. I think that it's okay because of that to have something that's just like the Dragon Ball of romance, like, where it just doesn't end.
There's been like
going.
So many different like
there's so many arcs
like this, where like I'd be like I could just watch them do like BS
for sure, yeah.
Like I mean the quintuplets, which they're making more than what the manga even has written for that reason. Like there's certain shows that are just like fun and enjoyable, or like I'll just watch them just like do random things and do shenanigans because it's enjoyable. So if there's more of a thing I like, I'm not gonna really complain if it takes longer to get to the end.
Yeah. So I mean that's kind of how I feel about that, and that's my rebuttal against.
I don't even think there's a chance that the two of them aren't going to end up together.
They're
going to.
I certainly hope not after this many
They're
chapters.
going to. I know they're going to. They're not. There's not. I would be super surprised if there was a crazy plot.
I guess I would too. Even I don't know though. Even at this point, so
you don't
far,
know?
I just don't know how it's gonna end.
I don't know.
That's
they
what
like
I'm saying.
Each other. Is it not
that's
that simple?
I don't know if it is that. So she doesn't like him. She doesn't not like him.
She likes him.
I don't know. I love like it was fine in the anime. The manga. Did you read it yet? I'm trying to think. That moment.
Mm-hmm.
Double panel. Was that in the anime or did you read it in the manga?
Both.
Okay. Well, there's a part where this fellow actor, who also may or may not like Chizuru, I don't asks her at the cast party, like after the movie and all, toward the end, I guess, of the season we just watched, if she likes Kazuya, and she says that she doesn't not like him. And I think that's very funny because it's in line with the show going on for so long, to not have a direct answer. But I really loved that. It was like a two-page panel in the manga. It was awesome. The first sign of, okay, maybe he's getting somewhere.
He's getting somewhere. It takes a little bit.
Yeah. So, I mean, regardless of how it ends, I'm sure they will get together. Maybe it's a little odd that that's how they met, and, there were a lot of hijinks along the way with them pretending to be dating and all. But, it's a fun ride for me. I really enjoy it. I like a lot of the characters. I think it's funny. I love the romance aspect of it. Like I said, I can understand people not liking Kazuya. I don't not like it. Oh, I had the perfect shot to say it, and I didn't.
Yeah, you don't not like
I don't not like him. And that's true. Like, that is kind of how I feel. But I really enjoy the show. And, I don't have any problems with it going on as long as it does. I hope that it gets wrapped up really nice. I hope it has a great ending. I'm sure it'll be good. But yeah, I've enjoyed it thus far. The season that's going to come out in 2025, I guess it won't be the trip. I guess it'll be leading up to the trip. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't remember how long it is before.
Because that trip arc is like it's a crazy arc.
That'll probably be a whole season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know that there was another one announced, so that's cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that's a lot of what I have to say. We went no notes this week on our show, so I'm sure I would have had more meaningful stuff to say should I have done notes. But
I don't know.
I think the discussion...
Nothing wrong with it being freeform. We're trying something
for different. Sure. I think
also, we work, so...
Well, that's true, too.
We don't always
until the podcast blows up.
Yeah.
But I do think the discussion...
Keep listening, guys.
Thanks. I do think the discussion back and forth, though, is good, too. I mean, as far as like a podcast goes, we're just kind of talking about stuff we like. It's almost like we say that we
could make like a video... a YouTube video, not like a documentary, like a video essay about if you really want to get into depth
for sure, without a doubt. So, I mean that's a lot of what I have to say. Anything else you want to say?
No,
I don't know if you'll talk about it in the future. Chizuru's great.
Yeah,
Mini's great.
Yeah, everybody's great, but
Mini's
Mommy,
great.
She sucks.
I really like Mini.
She's great. Yeah.
It's fine that her and Kazuya won't be a thing because I'm here.
Yeah, you got her. Yeah, I think that's a good way to wrap it up, man.
Sounds good, my brother.
Before I start, just a side note.
Yeah.
Classroom of the Elite, another season.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't know if you saw it. I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, I saw the poster.
I guess fresh in my mind.
I guess the poster's like all the people getting sent after him in the grade below.
I guess.
And like he's standing atop.
Yeah, I saw it. It's crazy. But just
as you talk about this, I think I'm just going to pull this picture up on my screen. It's on Facebook. Never mind.
Yeah, it's fine. Just look at the adorable picture of it. So my pick for this week, as I mentioned, is Dragon Ball Super, which I mean it's the continuation of the Dragon Ball story. One of, if not the, that's not Dragon Ball. Well, pretty much the most famous anime ever. So
probably, yeah,
arguably. So it's great. I love Super.
I do too.
It's my favorite of the Dragon Ball series, which I know is not the most common opinion out there, but I mean, it's the first anime I ever watched, which I know we did talk about that story a little bit last week, and we talked about that story on our first episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
So without Super...
Yahoo says Dragon Ball. Well, Z, but Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's fine. Dragon Ball is one
Piece, Naruto, sounds about right. Godex Godet 4. Sorry to completely cut you off.
Godex Go. Like people, Hunter.
Hunter. Come on.
I'm not talking about
They'll
this,
know.
dude. It's stupid. But yeah, Super is great. It's what got us into anime.
It did. No, it really was.
I really
awesome
like it as even watching some of Z retroactively and watching original Dragon Ball. I do think that Super has the best mix, for me personally, of action and comedy. Whereas I think we did we say that last week?
We probably did.
We might have.
No, because I do think, like, and especially being the later iteration, I don't want to say, I was going to say it's like the third show, so it's a perfect balance of the three, but
it's not.
GT happened in there. But no, they did find a great balance to not drag out the action too long, to not make the comedy too stupid. Not to say that the comedy's stupid in Dragon Ball, but I think that it's a very good balance.
Yeah. So what I did in preparation for the podcast,
Watched.
not taking notes. I watched a couple episodes, but
I saw which one you were watching when I got home.
yeah, we'll get to that. What I did was I just went through and looked at the titles and like the thumbnails for each episode, just to
refresh
kind
the
of
story.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking
That
about,
would've
the
been a good
only
idea.
fight that ever like got too long is the first fight with the Beerus and Goku.
Yeah.
That was like 6 episodes. Did you watch the movie with Beerus
so I
too?
watched both of the movies.
Oh yeah, I forgot because Resurrection F too. For the movies, did they have like a lot better animation?
It probably was better. I don't recall it being noticeably different.
Because I know
though.
people sometimes will complain about the animation in Super.
They do, yeah, for sure. I mean, look, movie animation, I think, in general, for everything ever, is going to be better just because of the time and budget. And yeah, I mean, if you're pausing and find still shots in Super, yeah, you're going to find the stuff.
Well, I don't remember if the Beerus fight in the movie, if you remember if it's like really drawn out or like normal.
I mean, the movie's an hour and a half, so how could
yeah, but there was like a lot of episodes, so yeah.
Yeah, so the episodes are.
I mean,
longer
but
than
that first like arc right on when they're on Bulma's ship for her birthday,
Yeah.
and the destroyer god Lord Beerus comes
Yeah.
down, and Vegeta scared as hell of him because he could destroy like the planet like it's nothing. And Beerus is trying to Vegeta's trying to keep Beerus cool and like makes him takoyaki and is like running errands for him. It's so enjoyable.
Yeah.
And it's great because you get to see all the characters when they're at parties.
Yeah,
Everybody's
just
there.
hanging out,
Yamcha's
yeah.
there. Now, for me, that was crazy because that was the first thing we ever watched. So, like, there's like 20 characters. And,
Yeah.
like, every 2 seconds, I'm like, what's this guy's name?
the whole gang that we brought
That's
together.
Vegeta. What's this guy's name? That's Krillin.
Yeah.
Okay, what's this guy's name? That's Yamcha. What's this guy's name? It's Vegeta still.
Yeah,
But Goku, I knew.
of course.
You did not have to
naturally. I
tell
mean,
me
how do you
that.
not know Goku?
But yeah, it was a great like intro. It was very entertaining, and then Majin Buu is about to end the universe for some friggin' pudding because he won't share any with
Idiot,
Beerus, and
yeah.
then that turns into Goku and Beerus having to fight. Goku unlocking a new Super Saiyan God form.
I love that is such a sick form. I love the hair.
yeah, the
Super
red.
Saiyan
It's
God,
pretty
yeah.
cool. You don't really
The
see it
reddish pink. Yeah.
often at all.
No, it's so good.
Well, they
though.
bust it back out in the Broly movie.
Yeah, and
But that's
you
just
get
about
Vegeta
it.
has it too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was pretty cool. That fight ends, and then they fight Frieza again,
Yeah.
which was a good. We get the next form, which is Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Pretty sure Frieza's coming back for the final saga of the show again, or the manga.
Really?
Yeah, Frieza's just the.
I mean, he's
that will never
Frieza.
go
He's
away.
well, some of it's their fault. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, we'll get to that.
Yeah, no, it's
Um,
true. It's true.
So they fight Frieza again. Goku is not able to win with his new form because it uses
Yeah.
too much power.
So
Because
he needs another
Goku,
new form.
or because Frieza trained for 1 whole month.
Yes.
And now, training after 1 month, he's gone from the strength of a Super Saiyan to as strong as, if not stronger than, a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Or Super Saiyan Blue,
Yeah.
because that's a dumb name.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Vegeta then fights Frieza. Frieza blows up the planet, and then they rewind time with the help of Beerus's, like, angel assistant.
Yeah.
And then Goku
Whis, the
beats
goat.
him. So
The
they
goat.
fight Frieza again, and then that's when the world gets even bigger because then they introduce a multiverse.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts, isn't it?
It's really crazy how much Super makes the world so
Came
much
a long
bigger.
way, yeah.
Like Dragon Ball, there's Earth. Dragon Ball Z, now there's all these planets, and then in Super now we've got universes.
Yeah.
So then there's like a mirrored universe of ours, and they have to fight a bunch of fighters from it. That arc was cool to see all the characters, and you see Goku use his new Super Saiyan power with Kaioken,
Yeah,
which is
that-
great because he hasn't busted out Kaioken in forever.
That might be my favorite, overall. I mean,
What, like his aura?
Yeah.
He's got like the blue and the red. It looks
Gohan
sick.
Super Saiyan 2 will forever be my favorite. But yeah, the blue and the red, with the Super Saiyan Blue and Kaioken, is so cool looking. So cool.
Yeah, it's sick. That's the best part of that arc is getting.
No, I think my favorite part
do
of that
that.
arc is... Oh, wait, I guess it's after that arc. Never
What
mind.
part?
When Goku hires Nit to kill him.
Oh, I was just about to. I was like, that was about to come on. Yeah, that's later.
Yeah.
That's because there's an assassin he fights in this
Yeah, in
tournament,
the tournament.
And how does their fight end? Do they like draw or something?
I don't remember it. I think Hit quits.
Does he?
Gives up or something.
Yeah, so later in the show, Goku hires this guy who is like a crazy assassin to try to kill him just so he has somebody to fight because like Vegeta's friggin' busy.
Goku's crazy.
Yeah, it's nutty. And then, the last 2 arcs of the show I think are the best ones.
For sure.
Which is another Future Trunks arc.
Yeah.
Which, like a Supreme Kai from another world tries to take revenge on Goku and like causes hell in Trunks's timeline.
Yeah.
And then they go back in time to fight him, but he's used these new Super Dragon Balls to make himself immortal, so they can't really win. So they fight again, and then they get stronger, and then they lose, and then they fight again, and then they use the like Supreme Master of all the universes, and he destroys that version of Trunks' timeline, but Bulma uses her time machine, and then Future Trunks is able to go back to a timeline where that didn't happen and live out his life. It's a really good arc, though. I know I skipped a lot, but there's like a lot of good emotional
that he's going
moments.
back to, like, is there another Trunks?
I don't know. They don't really mention that.
Yeah, I think it's a great arc. I do agree. I don't like, and maybe I just shouldn't think about it. I don't like thinking that, like, the future Trunks who came, trained his ass off, went back to save his world, that this is the same world and it got, like, just destroyed. I don't like thinking that.
I like Future Trunks from Z.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to stop it even after.
Yeah, like he did stop the androids, but yeah, then this happened. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's a different future.
Yeah, I guess
Trunks.
it could take some of that depth away from the first
without a
time.
doubt. Plus, I don't like his redesign. But
you mentioned that like
those
3
things
times
because I hate it. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it, man.
He's
looks
the coolest
sick
character.
with the purple hair. And then the last arc, which is pretty much half the show, is the Tournament of Power, which is they hold some tournament with 10 fighters from each universe.
Yeah.
And which once like each universe has like their 10 fighters eliminated, then the universe gets eliminated.
It's insane.
So only one universe will be left.
It's insane.
It's crazy. But yeah, they assemble like kind of an all-star team of some of the Z fighters. So it's Goku, Vegeta, Android 18, and 17 makes a return, which is great because I love 17. He's cool. Krillin it. Roshi, Tien. Who else am I
Gohan
missing?
and Piccolo.
Oh yeah, Gohan, Piccolo, and the last person was Majin Buu. Oh, we were both going different ways.
I guess it's neither of those.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Boo. What is he, like, sleeping and misses the registration or something?
And Yamcha's, like, waiting for them to call him.
Yeah, there's, like, they keep showing as they're recruiting all the fighters, like, Yamcha's sitting in his house and, like, they're going to call me soon.
It's so sad.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Yamcha's not as strong as
he'd have been
Tien or
killed.
Krillin.
Yeah, they would have kicked his ass.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
you can't kill him.
Tien and Krillin didn't do that great anyway.
No, I mean, they're...
But yeah, so they decide, hey, who would make a good last fighter to fill in for Boo? Why not let's pick our worst enemy of all time, resurrect him from hell, and get him to fight for us.
Good idea.
And you know what happens is if they win, he gets to live again. So that's a really great deal. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, so Frieza
rounds out that team
bring him
there.
back.
But yeah, the Tournament of Power is so good. There's so many good fights. None of them really drag on. Just to cut to the chase, eventually Goku is able to beat Jiren, the main guy from, I don't remember what universe. 11, who's stronger than him, but he busts out his new form, Ultra Instinct, which is got the coolest friggin' theme ever.
Yeah, it is awesome, dude.
The Ultra Instinct theme is like, it's so cool.
Yeah, it is.
Like, if I had like one thing
right
that
now.
could, like, one theme anytime I walk into a room, that would be it. Because it's just so badass.
It is. It's very epic. It's like much darker than you would think of a hero's theme.
It's so cool.
Yeah, Ultra Instinct's a really, really cool idea.
Yeah, I think it's nice that it takes more of like a kind of like a martial arts approach rather than let me just multiply my power by 1,000,000.
Yeah.
Now, where it's like just complete mastery of like martial arts and being able to dodge attacks and attack without even thinking.
Yeah,
it's
just autonomous
instinct. Yeah, autonomous Ultra Instinct.
Yep.
That's what it's called. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And after they win, 17 is the only one still left in the ring.
Yeah.
And he uses the Super Dragon Balls to wish for all the universes to come back. So everybody gets to live happily ever after.
Yeah.
The
only thing you missed in that arc is that Goku befriends the like emperor of the multiverse.
Yeah, well, I talked about that's how the emperor of all the multiverses
Who wants a friend
is super good friends with Goku.
Yeah.
And he has the idea for the tournament. And then they decide, let's make that part of the tournament where all the other universes die. So, like, in the beginning of the tournament, everybody's going after Goku in our universe because they are kind of pissed off because it was our idea.
How does Goku get the other Zeno?
From the future timeline.
Okay.
Because he has the button that'll summon Zeno to him. Yeah. So when he goes to the other to future Trunks' timeline, he summons him, and that's when Zeno destroys everything because he's the only one who can.
Yes, okay.
So that's how. There's two of them.
Yes.
And that's crazy that they added that as a character. I thought maybe that would be like Goku's fight, but it's like impossible. No. Grand Zeno's like incomprehensibly strong.
Very childish too.
Yeah, which is great.
It's funny, yeah.
So that's like a synopsis of the show. If there's anything you want to add as far as like favorite episodes, I'll talk about a couple.
No, I mean, hit me with it.
So I watched like 3 episodes. One I watched was one of the Tournament of Power episode where you see Roshi pop off.
Yeah.
Because it's Roshi. I think even like in like Super, he doesn't really fight much. And in parts of Z, isn't he already like basically retired?
Yeah.
He comes back and it's cool. He has like a really great speech about wanting to get stronger himself, even though he's old, because watching Goku and Krillin continue to fight and inspires him. Yeah. There's a part where he's like fighting this character who absolutely whoops him. He's like about to be dead, but he busts out one last Kamehameha and like starts like giving his speech, and he goes through the Turtle Hermit School like motto. What is it? Work hard, study, or
something about eating.
Well, it's eat and sleep plenty's the last. I think work hard, study well, and eat and sleep plenty. Yeah. And it's so cool. He uses his evil containment wave against one of the other fighters, which was a really important attack from original Dragon Ball. So it was cool to see a lot of that stuff come back. That's the one episode I watched because it's really cool to see Roshi be strong. And he actually is able to, in that episode, he overcomes Cardinal Desire.
That's impressive.
For Roshi, because it's Roshi's whole thing is being a perv, but when this one character who like her thing is being a seductress, and he's able to beat her like it's nothing. I didn't even remember that.
No, me
neither. That was a great episode.
I will add, thinking about favorite things, I got chills over here, literally thinking of you because you were saying speech. I was thinking of Vegeta's speech to Goku after Vegeta's out.
Oh man!
And, like he says, trespass into the domain of the gods.
Yeah, that's so cool.
That's so
and
good.
the music in that is so
cool
too.
Pride in him, like
Vegeta's like theme when he gets his new power up is so good. And they do a Limit Breaker theme too with like when Roshi's powering up, and that was pretty cool too. Yeah. The themes in the Tournament of Power are so good.
It goes hard.
Yeah. The other episode in the Tournament of Power I watched was one where Goku is fighting people with the androids. He's fighting different warriors from the universe of love. They have all like the love. They fight using the power of love.
Annoying.
Well, he's not even fighting the girls. After all the girls beat, they're like 3 remaining guys are able to power up and use this like heart attack that traps anything inside, and it's gonna sink through the arena and take out Goku and the androids. And he's like, Goku, he says a really cool thing. He's like I thought you guys were kind of dumb at first. I didn't realize you could use the power of love like that, but he has a different way to strength, and it's fury, and then he powers up and takes him out. And there's like a and in the meantime, Gohan and Piccolo are fighting the 2 like last members of the mirror universe of ours, and they're Namekians. Yeah. And there's a part where like Piccolo's about to get like killed by a blast, and Gohan like stands in front of him just like Piccolo once did. Yeah, that gave me chills. That was crazy to see that again. But they have a scene where Goku is fighting the people from the Love Planet, and they're fighting the Namekians, and there's like a father-son Kamehameha as the 2 of them eliminate the final fighters from 2 universes. That was so cool. That's one of my favorite episodes of the show.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, just thinking of the Fury part. We watched this in English. Sean Schemmel does such a great job, like in this arc.
Yeah, I feel like Dragon Ball is a show where nobody's gonna like be like, "Oh, you watched the dub."
So good.
Most people watch it. Around in America, watch the English.
Like I can hear that in my head.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he absolutely kills it as Goku.
Yeah, well, just in general,
I also heard this during the baseball episode, like the way that they like edit and like layer his scream when he's in Super Saiyan Blue.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds so epic.
Mm.
But the last episode I want to talk about is the baseball episode.
Oh, really?
Which is, if you like Yamcha, here's the
Nobody
one episode
does.
where he doesn't suck. I mean, he does get bullied or dunked on the entire episode.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So the Destroyer God from the we're the seventh. The sixth universe decides he wants to challenge the seventh universe to a baseball match so he can come have food after, because he loves eating and we have really good food here in the sixth universe. Seventh, sorry.
That's okay.
So they have a baseball game and it's so entertaining. I know it's a filler episode, but it is. Is it in the manga?
I have no clue.
I don't know. It's so funny. It's so funny. Yamcha's like talking smack the whole time because he was a baseball player.
Pro, yeah.
Like how they don't understand baseball. They don't appreciate it. And Vegeta, for some reason, plays for the Six Universe team because he wants to fight against Goku.
Oh, that sucks. I don't remember that.
Yeah, they fight against each other because they
funny.
have the one part where they both power up and Vegeta's pitching and Goku's hitting the...
I have the Funko Pop 2 set of them.
Yeah, that's that shot. Like, it's awesome, but... Yeah, like, Yamcha does win the game for the 7th universe by surviving, like, an explosion, and he lands in the crater, laying down just like he did when he died.
That's great. I don't remember that either.
Yeah, because somebody, like, I think it's
iconic.
Krillin says, like, something about the way he's laying in that crater reminds me. And
That's great.
Piccolo's like, yes, a very painful memory.
Yeah, it is.
But, yeah, Yamcha is cool. He's, like, impressing Bulma, which makes him happy. I'm like, finally, my guy's getting, like, at least some love.
He should have moved.
Yeah, he definitely should have. But yeah, for a show that really dunks on Yamcha a lot, all the time. Like, yeah, that part of the Tournament of Power sucks. There's a part 2 where like Bulma's trying to, when in the beginning of the show where they're at her birthday party on her cruise ship, and Bulma's like, "Please try to get along with my friends." But he's like, "Yeah, I'll go talk to Yamcha." And I'm like, why do they gotta bully my guy so hard?
So good.
But yeah, I mean, those are some of the episodes. When I ever go to like rewatch them, those are the ones I pick.
Yeah.
There's also one where Goku's like sick and his ki is out of control.
Yeah,
he keeps trying to do instant transmission, and he like teleports into Bulma right after like she gets out of the shower. There's so many, and then he teleports and destroys their house, and Chi-Chi's all mad. That's a great episode.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It is nice. I do like those like little slice of lifey episodes in a show like Dragon Ball, because it's kind of nice to just take a break and
without a doubt, yeah,
enjoy it. And there's a couple other like stupid episodes in there, like when they get like have to fight like the slime people. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, the Trunks and Goten
kids,
get trapped on Manaka's delivery truck.
Manaka.
And then there's another episode where Goku's trying to train and everybody's busy, so him and Krillin go train in like some woods. I think Roshi or Roshi's sister, what's the fortune teller Baba?
Yeah.
They send him somewhere and they have to fight a lot of their old villains. And they have to do it without being able to fly. And Goku uses the flying Nimbus again, which was great to see. And I don't know if he has a power pole.
I'm pretty sure it's hell.
Yeah, did they go to hell?
I think so.
Because it's not the real versions of them. And that's like a good part. You get to see Krillin kind of start to try to overcome his fear, because that's definitely something that has been affecting him for a very long time.
Yeah.
And you have to get to see them like kind of go back to their roots and like train like they used to without using all these crazy power-ups and like the time chamber and all these other methods. They just go out and fight.
Go out and fight.
Yeah. I don't know. So that's kind of everything I had to say.
Yeah, that's great.
Maybe I missed something. Maybe I didn't.
I mean, there's a lot of show there, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's like 160 some episodes. So, but yeah, it was an absolutely great time watching it. And thanks to Dragon Ball Super, we are doing this right now.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we've talked about it a lot, obviously, and it being the beginning of the journey.
Yeah,
but
it's just important. It was a big milestone.
Couldn't be more thankful for our time watching that and how much we enjoyed it and the path that it set us upon. Really, really awesome stuff. And it is a really enjoyable show. I mean, I think it is a great blend. I know we've said that before, but that just it's an easy watch. You know, you don't feel like you're gonna sit there and watch 80 episodes of somebody fighting, and I like that. I like that as much as I'm a Z fan. I can respect that. Gave us iconic power-ups. Just gave us. We've talked about the music. Like, it really, really was awesome. And I hope that they one day continue it. I mean, they've given us 2 movies since.
But I think they're like a different canon than the manga.
Well, so the superhero is in the manga.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know about.
Well, because Broly and superhero are in the same universe.
So maybe I don't think Broly's in the manga though, but Broly is in. Well, he's in the manga, but I don't think the movie is in the manga.
I don't know. They've been like 1,000 Broly movies.
Yeah.
But I think this one, the last 2 were great. Superheroes was very enjoyable.
Superheroes was great.
It was great, yeah, because you get to see
the animation's
a lot of,
really interesting.
A lot of, Gohan. And Piccolo.
Yeah.
So I'm all about it because you love Gohan.
Sure.
I love Piccolo. So everybody's happy.
True. That was really, and the animation was really interesting. And then the Broly movie was awesome. The animation in the Broly movie was off the charts. It was insanely good.
Yeah, like even the colors were different. Like the colors of their aura were just.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everything looked so cool.
It was really, really cool.
And Frieza gets his absolute ass kicked in the Broly movie. Like, bullied hard. Yeah. So that's always funny to watch.
That is good to see.
Because that whole movie is he wants to steal the dragon or get the Dragon Ball so he can make himself 2 centimeters taller.
Yes.
Because he wants to be taller, but he doesn't want to make himself seem too tall that people notice he got miraculously taller. Which Commander Red, the Red Ribbon Army guy in Dragon Ball, original Dragon Ball, was going to do the same thing. I'm like, why are all these short kings trying to get the Dragon Balls? Like, guys, it's okay.
Yeah, well.
If you had good personality.
That's true.
It wouldn't even matter. So yeah. Like, it's a lot easier to fix your personality than, like, go try to retrieve all the Dragon Balls.
Yeah, well, for some, I guess it's not, huh?
Yeah, so that's where I think I'm willing to call it there.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you guys as always for listening. Those were 2 shows as we get closer to the bottom of our list here that we really, really enjoy. Next week we'll probably be continuing with the countdown.
Yeah, I think what are we at, 15 to 10?
It'll be
11.
15 to 11. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, there's some big hitters. So.
There definitely are. Definitely some repeats too, but it'll be good.
Yeah.
It'll be good. So thank you guys as always, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Peace.